All aboard, hearties! Welcome to Hope Valley Central Station.
Your transportation to Hope Valley with your conductors, Kerri
and Morgan. All right, guys. On today's episode 1, our first episode, we are going to be pretty much answering the questions that were in our title. Who, what, when, how, why,
where.
Yeah, basically all those questions.
Yep.
We're going to be answered in this video. And it's all going to be wrapped around When Calls the Heart. Our favorite subject, obviously. I mean, what better subject is there? Math. English. I mean,
reading, writing, arithmetic.
I mean, can we get away with history? I mean, technically it's history. It's based in history time. Historic times.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna be kind of telling you guys like who we are, why we exist. Isn't that the greatest question? Just the greatest question of all time. But no.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Look at you over here, being all Shakespeare-y, giving Kevin McGarry a run for his money. Kevin,
I seriously doubt that. Kevin, you have no threat.
Kevin, he was like, if you guys are wondering where I'm getting that from, Kevin did the interview with the Deck the Hallmark guys on podcast, and he pretty much like full on quoted Romeo and Juliet. I was like, what are you doing right now? Are you like an alien? How is it that you were like memorized all that?
Oh word.
Oh.
All right. So shall we get started?
Yeah. Before I start, going down the rabbit hole of my obsession with Kevin McGarry.
No judgment here, girl. No judgment from this corner. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, no judgment.
Yeah, that's why this is a safe space, people.
Safe space.
All your obsessions in the air. But
oh my word, I love it.
Okay, so I guess I'll start off.
All right.
My name is Morgan. I am from Louisiana. I am 24 years old, and I fell in love with When Calls the Heart pretty much from the first season. My mom and me had been pretty much obsessed with Hallmark since I could remember. Like, it pretty much stays on our TV, especially during the Christmas times. Which, I mean, I think everyone can relate to that. There's no way you can go through Christmas season without, like, I can barely get through July without ever putting on a Christmas video, like Christmas movie. Like, that's like the perfect time. But my mom
just
actually
July and December.
Yeah, Christmas
just
in July,
December.
Yeah.
No, I'm Christmas all year round. You're making me feel. You're calling me out.
Sorry. But it pretty much stays on our television. And my mom saw it obviously being advertised, being like, the premiere of the show. And she's like, you know what? I really like the sound of that. It looks wholesome. It looks, you don't see anything bad or crude, which you never really see any of that anyways on Hallmark, which I'm really glad that, I think we all need that kind of television program, especially in the times that we're living in right now. And she's like, I really like the sound of this. It's a period drama. There's romance. There's a little bit of action here. You can clearly see with the Mountie stuff and all of that. So obviously we're talking about season 1, which is like between Elizabeth and Jack. And I was actually kind of skeptical at first because I'm not the biggest fan of period dramas. I've never really liked, period stuff, back in the days of like, but I have to say, When Calls the Heart sold me on it, which I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be on the comments like, but they're not even historically accurate. They aren't. And maybe that's the reason why I like it.
Yeah. True.
I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I think what really grew me was obviously the romance. I mean, obviously, who's not a sucker for romance? Who could really not be. I mean, that's one of the number one reasons why anybody even looks on the Hallmark Channel. Is for romance. And I like that they added in the action of the Mounties. I've always been kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I've always been a little intrigued about the whole, Mounties and everything that's kind of going on, like how Canada runs things. So this was kind of cool. But yeah, I just fell in love with it because of Jack and Elizabeth. I love that they were kind of mean and rude to each other in a playful manner. And I loved how I love airing.
That was the very night I was planning on cleaning out my closet.
Exactly. I mean, Aaron Krako's mad face, or at least I guess Elizabeth's mad face. From then on, I was sold. I was like, she's got a really cute mad face. I'm intrigued. Yep, that's the story I'm sticking with.
Yep,
and of course,
that's a good one.
I mean, hello, Rip was adorable. Rest in peace, Rip.
Yes.
I was crushed when I found out that he was no longer going to be on the show. I was crushed.
Yeah,
he was the real star of the show.
Yeah. How cute is it that Daniel Lissing named his dog Oscar? Didn't he name his dog Oscar?
Yeah, after the real Rip's name was Oscar, and he named him Oscar, which he says that's not exactly the reason why, but he does not mind claiming that. So
yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so we're not lying when we say that. Mm-hmm. I would like to have another dog on the show. I think it'd be kind of cute if like Allie got a puppy.
Oh yeah,
they got her a puppy, or Elizabeth got her the puppy, and like Nathan's sitting there like, who's gonna feed this dog? Because it's not gonna be me. I can just see him looking at her like, really, Elizabeth?
Yeah, and like, him being the one that ends up melting with the puppy,
like
and you see this scene of. Yeah,
like all dads
seriously,
do.
If that happens, okay, we're just going off on a rabbit trail. But if that happens, we are legit gonna see a scene of the puppy crying at night, and Allie's not waking up, and Nathan's gonna be the one downstairs in the middle of the night cuddling his puppy to make it go to sleep, so it'll
like
stop
Allie
crying.
waking up in the morning trying to get ready for school, and Nathan's like passed down on the couch with the puppy on its chest, like this completely like oh. Yes.
That is legit going to be what happens if Allie gets a dog. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yep.
And then like Jack, obviously, little Jack loving it and wanting to play with it too, because he has a puppy toy. He's like puppy.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of cute.
Yep, that would be adorable.
Just give us a call when you need help.
Absolutely.
That answer. But anyways, and of course Sergeant. Who cannot love Sergeant? But yeah,
and Newton.
Ugh, love Newton. But yeah, I love that everyone's like, I see the hashtag going off on Twitter all the time, Team Newton. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's even a team for the horse.
Yes. I love this. I love it.
Like everybody should be Team Newton. Okay, I don't care if you're on Team Lucas, Team Elizabeth, Team whatever. Like Team Hickam, like Kevin is. I mean, but yeah, I fell in love with it really quickly, and I've pretty much had the bug of I've had the title of being a Hardy ever since. So it wasn't until recently that I really started getting into it, like live tweeting, having an Instagram account. Watching the videos and stuff like that. I used to just watch the show and that was it. And I gotta say, it was a lot less stressful back then. It's really stressful now that I'm really deep diving into this. Like, if we want to talk Alice in Wonderland quotes, I'm down that rabbit hole and I'm going fast. It was rough. But yeah. See, I told you guys on our Instagrams, like this was going to be unfiltered, raw.
Absolutely.
Us.
Hey, we have fun. We have fun. That is what we are here for. We are here to have fun.
This, I mean, come on. I don't see anything wrong with what we're doing.
No.
But see, more information. I'm trying to figure out what you guys would think was interesting about me.
Well, you're from Louisiana. I don't think you said that.
I think I did, but yeah, I'm from Louisiana. So I'm a Southern girl. I guess you can hear it from my drawl. I don't know. I don't think I have an accent. I was just telling
She
Casey
don't
a
have
while
an
ago.
accent.
I
She
don't have an accent. I was telling Casey, I said that's the kicker right there. That's a trap word. That's what I call a trap word. Okay. Any other word I say, you can't hear it. But if I say Southern words like y'all, accent, or a specific place, there goes my dog. See, I'm telling you guys, raw, unfiltered, unedited.
This is us. Okay.
This is how we are on our Instagram lives. Why change it? It worked for us then. Why not here? But yeah, I love being from the South. I literally could not imagine myself living anywhere else but Louisiana. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Especially during crawfish season, just saying. And it's crawfish, not crayfish.
Who says crayfish?
You'd be surprised.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I mean, I know I'm from the South too, but come on.
Right? But yeah. I guess you can go, Kerri, if you want to.
All right.
And we can start getting into other stuff.
All right. I'm Kerri. I am 25 years old and I'm from Georgia. So we've got another Southern girl on here, and Morgan is giving me a mad face.
You're older than
you're
me.
older than her. Jinx, buy me a soda.
Oh.
That has seriously become our thing, folks, because we like keep saying the same thing at the same time.
Y'all gonna hear it a lot. Just get ready. You're gonna hear Jinx buy me a soda. Like, we're gonna make it into a t-shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, we're already getting our merch deal going. Like, merch.
Oh, word. Okay, when did I get into When Calls the Heart? Well, we haven't had TV service since I was like 8 to 12 years old. So it was after the season. Actually, I think it was as the season 1 DVDs were coming out, because I remember having to wait for the next one to come out.
I don't know where to put my eyes.
It's okay. I don't either, guys. When we say,
if you look at me, okay, I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the camera.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you.
Oh, word. Guys, we are gonna learn. This is gonna be a learn as we go project. Okay, just bear with us. If you have tips,
if you stayed this long with us in this video, props to you.
Yeah. Cheers to you with my bottle of water.
Bottle of lotion.
Okay.
Continue.
I started. Sorry. I started watching When Calls the Heart as the season 1 DVDs were coming out. Again, because we don't have TV service, and I just fell in love with it. Like you say, Jack and Elizabeth. Who does not love the two of them?
Yeah.
And I mean, who knew when Rosemary stepped off that stage in season 1? Everybody hated Rosemary. Okay, they hated her. But now she's like one of the most beloved characters on the show.
Like that is character development. That is character development. Even though technically Rosemary, I mean,
applause to Pascal.
Pascal Hutton killed it.
Absolutely.
Like, I legit got so mad at her. I was like, how dare you step off that coach and come up in Hope Valley like that? I don't think so.
Yep, absolutely.
And she killed it. She killed it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I started watching when the season 1 DVD started coming out, and I don't remember at what point, but over the last few seasons I've gotten to watch it live at my grandmother's house. And yeah, this season, like the past 2 seasons, I've had a lot going on in live. Seasons 6 and 7 honestly are kind of a blur to me, but there has been something about season 8, y'all, that has just stuck me in. And I am 100% hooked. Like, I swore I was not going to start posting edits on my old Instagram account again. And I'm not only posting edits, I'm starting a podcast, y'all. I mean, like, how do you go from I'm not going to start making edits to making edits and starting a podcast within a week of meeting somebody?
I said the same thing because if I get hooked on a show and I binge watch it, whether it's on like Netflix or if it's like doing this where I can watch it kind of like on the app live or whatever, or on TV live. Yeah. I told myself I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to do edits. I'm not going to do like a bunch of like deep dive in. I'm just going to be a normal human being. I'm going to watch the show. When it goes off, I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to obsess over it. I'm here doing a podcast and I have an Instagram account dedicated to Team Nathan. If that tells you how that went. Yeah. Yeah. And okay, just for anybody's guess, we are on episode 6. Today is Sunday. It's Hardy's. It's When Calls the Heart Night.
It's National When Calls the Heart Day.
And it's episode 6. So if anybody's coming out after, like, whenever we post this, which I think we're going to be posting it Monday, tomorrow. There's my dog.
Oh boy.
Go away. Go away. Go away. Go.
Is that Jax?
Yes, that's Jax, guys. That's my boxer. He will most likely be popping up in a lot of these videos. So, because he's nosy. But yeah, we're on episode 6, and it's gonna look like a pretty exciting episode tonight.
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie, like, whenever they kept talking about how we were going to go through a roller coaster of emotions and through this season, I thought, oh, of course they're going to say that. That's good advertisement. No. I feel like I just went on the baddest roller coaster in all of Texas.
Hey guys, when Hallmark says roller coaster,
they mean it.
They mean roller coaster. Okay, they don't mean
little corkscrews, huge falls. Like, I feel like we're in one of those seats that hangs your legs and everything. Like, we don't have that much, like, support. Like, they weren't kidding when they said this was going to be a roller coaster season. At all.
Not at all.
So, next time Brian Bird says we're going to be having a roller coaster season, I'm buying
Everybody buckle your seatbelts.
I'm investing in a helmet. Like I should have done when he said it the first time.
Oh, word. Yeah.
But yeah.
I would think one question that we get asked, because again, this episode is just kind of an introduction, kind of commonly asked questions that we get.
Yeah, so we're going to be kind of all over the place a little bit. So get ready for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing Instagram lives after the episodes and throughout the week, which turned into like 3 hours. Somebody messaged me when we first started talking about doing a podcast, and they were like, I'd like to just see you keep yourself to 45 minutes, like almost like a challenge, because we go, like, seriously, the first time we did it live, Morgan was going to go live on her account, and I had posted something on my account. So she messages me and it's like, hey, you ought to come live with me. I'm like, okay. Well, her Instagram, and she's mad about this, but her Instagram will only let her do 1 hour lives. Mine will let me go 3 hours. Okay, I'm just gonna roll it.
I was so mad because I didn't know. I didn't know that. And so, like, all of a sudden on my screen, like, me and her are in the middle of a conversation, and it's a good conversation. And all of a sudden it pops up on my screen, and it's like a minute, and it's counting down to like a minute and 52 seconds or something like that. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? And next thing you know, I'm like, is it fixing to cut me off?
And it cut me off right in the middle of a sentence. So she started another live, and I came on going.
We did 3 lives that night.
Saying. Yeah, we did
3 lives that night, which equals 3 hours worth of us talking about When Calls the Heart and all things Team Nathan.
And we weren't done. Like seriously, guys, we got off of 3 hours of live, and she video called me, and we talked for at least another hour.
And we're talking for and that's the night that we talked for like the first time. That was the first time we ever really had like a this kind of conversation.
Yes.
All the other times we've maybe been texting for maybe a day before that. And the next thing you know, like, we're looking at the comments and everything like that. People are like, oh my God, y'all need to keep going. Like, y'all are so funny and like boosting us up. And we were like, this is crazy. Like, we didn't even think that it was that big of a deal. Like, we were just being ourselves. We were just, having fun with it. Because I mean, you guys know, if you guys have been watching the series, the season's been pretty intense. Yeah. And there's been some good funny moments, but I feel like overall, like, this is a different season than When Calls the Heart ever done, and it's been very serious. It's been really basing around fear and, you know, fighting for love and like all the stuff with the triangle, and like the teams have been at each other's throats recently and everything. And I just felt like, I was like, you know what, we need to do a live. We need to have fun with it, you know. And then of course we got all these comebacks and like all these comments, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, we were both pretty much at the same time, kind of like, hey, we actually need to do a podcast. Like, we were joking around about it.
We both talked. I was like, you know what, this would be like the perfect podcast. Like, this would be the perfect time for us to kind of just get on these videos and kind of talk, put them on YouTube, go for a broader audience, you know, because, you know, I feel like it'd be a way to bring the teams together in a way, even though we're both Team Nathan. Just going ahead and answering that question for everybody. We're Team Nathan. But we're not going to bash Lucas.
No. We both, we both love Lucas.
It's just we don't love Lucas with Elizabeth, but we love Lucas as the character and what he's brought to the show, what he's done in Elizabeth's life, what he's done in everyone's life in Hope Valley. And
Lucas really has made a very positive impact in Hope Valley. He really has.
I think everybody was kind of skeptical, obviously, of him, because obviously he just shows up and he's like, you know, I'm not going to answer any of y'all's personal questions. You can ask me all day long, but it's going to be, you know, I'm not telling you where I used to live or what I do, and, you know, why Hope Valley and all that kind of stuff like that. Which that's still a question that I really want him to answer. Like, why is it that he wanted to come to Hope Valley so bad? You know, was it?
I think my favorite line one of my favorite lines from Nathan to Lucas, aside from the town scene, one of my favorite scenes, or one of my favorite lines from Nathan to Lucas is there anything else I should know about you? Like, where he's just like, okay, we just about got ourselves killed here. So if there is anything else you're not telling me, I kind of want to know it right now so I can be prepared.
Exactly. And I mean, I also love, like, in the Christmas, in their first Christmas movie on the show, Lucas throws Nathan out of the bus. He's going ahead and saying that.
Nathan was just telling me he really doesn't like crowds.
And Elizabeth's like, you can see all over Elizabeth's face. She's like, oh, that's not a good quality. And she's just like, you know, well, they're kind of a part of the season. And Nathan, he just knows that there's nothing he can say.
I love when
and
Lucas
he's like,
walks out
and
the
Lucas
door
walks out,
and
he's like,
Nathan goes, bye-bye. Like he's talking to a baby, though. Like,
exactly. That's what I was about to say. I was like, I love that part. I love him going, bye-bye.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Because he knows. He's like, you just threw me under the bus. Like, you just threw me under the bus. I mean, I'm being killed by the stagecoach right now.
Guys, I'm just going to go ahead and prepare you. If you're not used to our Instagram lives, Morgan can get a little keyed up. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and warn you.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, my word. No, it is adorable, Morgan. I'm sorry. I just had to pick on you.
It's that Cajun fire.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Cajun spice.
Also, I have to bring this up. Anybody watching this and anybody who has seen our Instagram lives, I cannot be the only one who sees Morgan's resemblance to Jen Lilly. Like,
I don't see it, but
seriously, even my mom, like, I showed my mom a picture of Morgan and she's like, oh wow, yeah. You know, but seriously, guys, like, look at Morgan and then look at Jen Lilly, and it's like the same nose, the same butt around the mouth. Guys, y'all are like, seriously, you could be her double in a movie. I'm not kidding. And Jen Lilly has done a movie, I know she did one with Kevin McGarry. Has she done one with Chris McNally?
I honestly don't know.
I know she did. What was it? Winter Love Story, I think, with Kevin McGarry, where they both played the authors. I love that movie. Like that has to be my.
That
top
was definitely one of my favorites. Yeah. How do you spell her name? Oh, I got it. Never mind.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay.
Seriously, guys. I mean, there is just the
We're
structure
taking a lot of
their
time
face.
doing this. I'm sorry, but I want to prove her wrong.
You're not going to prove me wrong.
Prove her wrong.
You're not going to prove me wrong. I'm telling you. I didn't say y'all look.
I think the
exactly
only
alike.
resemblance I see is the fact that me and her kind of both have like wide hazel eyes. Okay, let's see if we can focus here.
Yeah, it's not 100% focused. It's like the nose and everything is the same too, though.
Okay, let me just put. That's
guys.
genuine.
Like seriously, put like bleach Morgan's
y'all
hair.
Just have to like screenshot this and like get a picture of Jean and put it side by side like Kerri did.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I'm
see
telling
it,
you.
but
I'm telling
apparently if I go blonde, I'll look like Jean.
Yep.
So at least I know I would be ugly if I dyed my hair blonde, which I'm never going to do.
I would almost like okay, this is really random for this podcast, but hey, we said raw and unedited. But I would almost be willing to try a blonde wig on myself just out of curiosity to see myself with blonde hair without actually having to bleach my hair.
I did the Snapchat edit where at the time you could kind of like put your hair color in different colors or whatever, and I did the blonde. I wasn't happy. It didn't look that good.
Well, I mean, it takes the hair, it takes the makeup.
Well, I mean, it was glowing, like I was Rapunzel, and I already have like really long hair, guys. Like my hair is like below my butt, so it really made me feel like Rapunzel, which she is my favorite Disney princess. But
yeah, I love her.
Yeah,
love her.
Wow, we really got off track.
But guys, this is what happens if you have tuned into our Instagram lives. You know this is what happens.
Now, if you guys do want to see us go on lives together, we try to do a live after every Sunday episode, and even sometimes during the weeks too.
Yeah.
If we're feeling like we want something to say, we want to do it quick.
Yeah, absolutely. But kind of to come back on track, what we wanted to do with this podcast, why we decided to do a podcast in the first place. We have been doing the Instagram lives, like she said, and we were getting so much good feedback. We were like, we would really like to broaden our audience a little bit and to kind of bring it down into more of a concise, like a 30 to 45 minute thing rather than a 3 hour, thing. Shout out to some incredible Hardys who literally will stay on an Instagram live from the time we go live until the time I am deliriously tired at 2 and 3 a.m.
And she's just laughing at me being an idiot.
Yes.
Because I'm delirious.
I mean, shout out to those people, and they're going, I could watch you all night, and we've been on for 3 hours. Shout out to those people who have given
you guys
us
are the real MVPs.
push.
Absolutely, real MVPs.
That have given us this push to start a podcast. So we keep saying raw.
I told you guys this is gonna happen a lot. This is gonna happen a lot. Hey, Jags.
It's funny that happened as I was trying to say. We keep saying raw and unedited, because we just want to have fun with this. Like, this is not. We're not trying to necessarily. I mean, we're not trying to be complete idiots, but we're also not going to try to be completely.
A lot of stuff just kind of just happens, and we just kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, this is not going to be scripted, guys. Like, we're going to have
not at all
an idea.
So if you guys don't like that,
if you guys
if you guys like for things to just get right on with it, this is not the podcast for you. I'm sorry.
No,
we don't get right onto things. We try.
We get on about 6 bunny trails, and then we go, what were we talking about? Anyway, oh, yeah.
We're going down the When Calls the Heart rabbit hole for this.
Yeah.
Because the thing, if you guys don't know, but the theme this season kind of reflects like Alice in Wonderland. Like a lot of the clues kind of revolve around, you know,
we're chasing the white rabbit.
Yeah. We're chasing after Lucas Bouchard. Because he's supposed to be, apparently he's the rabbit. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Looking for the Chester cat, which is supposed to be Nathan.
This is fascinating to me, like all the different literature references.
Yeah. The one that has been consistent with me that's kind of helped me go through this season. And if you've watched this season, you know, like especially if you're Team Nathan, you've got to really hold on to hope this season for him. And we still are, and I'm telling you, it's starting to turn up for Nathan. I mean, I'm just saying that promo.
Oh my word! That promo
for this episode. Promo for this episode alone gave me hope.
I could not stop watching it.
I know
it was so stinking adorable.
I loved the fact that Nathan and Carson are doing this together in that way. Like, and you could just see Carson kind of give him that nod and that smile. Like, I get you. Like, I understand exactly where you are, and trust me, brother, it is.
Which actually gave me some hope. The picture that we've seen of Elizabeth with, like, it almost looks like at the bachelorette party. And Elizabeth is standing in front of Lucas and Nathan, and Carson is just standing there looking on. You know now what's going through his mind.
Exactly.
Really more.
He knows that Nathan's not giving up. And I love that he's not giving up. Like, that to me shows me that he's like, Nathan is resilient. For him to go through all the stuff, like the first episode alone, like having Allie's dad come in and like knock him off Newton, kick him in the ribs, I think is where he kind of hit him, or in the stomach. One, I mean, takes his hat. You don't just take a Mounties hat. That's disgraceful.
At least he didn't take the horse. Okay, I was honestly expecting. I was
like, if you get on Newton, you're gonna die.
Yeah, Newton probably would have
kick you off.
Yeah. But then when Nathan went after Dylan, and Dylan's like, you know, that really wasn't very smart of you to let me ambush you like that. And Nathan's like, oh, but I knew you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I had to let you do that to me.
Like, I kind of saw that coming in a way, and I'm so glad it happened like that, because it was like, he obviously knows Dylan. Yeah. That's his sister's husband or ex-husband or whatever. I don't know if they were still married whenever she died or not. I don't really know how that story.
I would think so, yeah.
Or I don't even know how their marriage went. I don't know if he started getting like this after Colleen's death or what. But I think Nathan's kind of went along the line saying that he kind of was never a really good dad. So I have a feeling it wasn't like that. I think, but anyways, not to go down that speculation route. I have a feeling he kind of has run into Dylan before, especially with him being like this, and he kind of knows Dylan's tricks.
Yeah.
So I feel like he would kind of be like, you know, I knew you were going to do that for one thing, and because I knew you were going to do that, I knew that I could count on that being what I needed to do to get your butt arrested.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, and while we're kind of on this subject, why are we Team Nathan? Why are we Team Nathan? We have said we're Team Nathan, but why?
That rabbit hole. Yeah. That rabbit hole. Okay.
That is a question that we get asked. So I'm bringing that up.
Yeah, we get this question asked to us a lot by other Team Nathans. Like, we haven't even really gotten asked why we are by anybody that's on Team Lucas. Which I would love to have that conversation, because I would love to understand why a lot of people ship Lucas, besides using the fact that Nathan's a Mountie as their excuse as to why they ship Lucas. But anyways, like I said, we're going to keep
I will say Lucas and Elizabeth do have chemistry. I will say that. But
they do have chemistry, but I guess I'm just like one of these people that's long-term.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to get in a relationship with you unless I see something going long-term.
Nathan, okay, Lucas and Elizabeth, I feel like we could almost sum it up this way. Lucas and Elizabeth have a bright spark right now.
Yeah.
But Nathan and Elizabeth have the slow burn.
Exactly. And that was one of Kevin's
what last?
That was what, yeah, and that's one of Kevin's clues, I guess. Whenever one of his episodes, he's like, "There's gonna be a little fire, little fire, little fire, big fire."
Yeah.
So, yeah, slow burn.
Although I wonder if that had to do with that, or whether it has something to do with his secret from Fort Clay.
I think they're the same. I think when Elizabeth finally gets his secret, I think that's going to turn everything around when she finally hears his secret and finally has that because I feel like it's kind of hanging over both of their heads now. Not necessarily Luke Nathan anymore, because I feel like he could be just in denial, feeling like he doesn't have to say anything about his secret, because obviously it revolves around Fort Clay. And I do feel like there is a connection to Jack, but we're going to do a whole separate video on Nathan's secret. So let's not go
I was fixing to say, we're not going to get off on that.
We're not going to get down that rabbit hole. We're going down a different rabbit hole.
It's episode 9. We were on a video call before this, and we were trying to remember what episode it was about
where Elizabeth
Nathan's
finds
secret.
out his secret.
Yeah, and it's episode 9 that it says Elizabeth is
distraught.
Guys, I'm having trouble talking today. Like, seriously, I was trying to say technical. I hope we don't have any technical difficulties earlier, and it started coming out as, I hope we don't have any technical difficulties. Okay, like, I'm having trouble talking today. But it is episode 9 where Elizabeth is distraught over the reveal of Nathan's secret. So that is episode 9. So that is in 3 more weeks.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't find out Nathan's secret before Elizabeth does, because they've done that before.
Sure.
But as far as, and distraught doesn't mean that that's going to be harmful to their relationship. I
think it's going to drive her away at first. Sorry, we need to get off of this, because we're going to get started.
A whole different video. We got a whole different video all about this.
Back to why are we Team Nathan? Go.
Okay.
All right. Take 2.
Okay, so hey, you guys know, if you just watched all of that, this is unedited, completely 100%. Now, if you want us to edit things, comment down below whether or not you want us to edit things and you're kind of sick of us just rambling. But it's probably most likely not going to happen. But you go ahead and knock yourself out. What drew me to Nathan?
Thank you for saying that. Ron, I took a drink of water, okay?
You are welcome. That was exactly what I was planning on doing. And it worked. No, I really didn't plan that.
Okay.
So I think what drew me to Nathan, I was a lot like other parties. At first, I was kind of wondering, like, why is that they're bringing... Honestly, actually, I take that back. I don't think I ever really questioned the fact that Nathan was a Mountie and like how that would affect, like, why that wasn't a good idea. Because one, we were going to get a Mountie anyway. Hope Valley had gotten to that point. Now, when the first season started, there was no reason whatsoever for a Mountie to be in Hope Valley. Jack even said that. Had it not been for Elizabeth's dad wanting her to be protected and all that, no Mountie would have stepped foot in Hope Valley unless to go through it in order to get somewhere else.
Stub toast. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Exactly. But it was gonna happen sooner or later. Okay, we were gonna get a Mountie. Now, sure, they could have gotten a Mountie that had his own family or whatever, like Nathan, had a family or whatever. But I don't know. I think it all goes back to the fact that, when you have a show like this, you kind of plan some storylines kind of ahead. You may have some missing pieces in between, some fillers or whatever. But as far as like the bigger picture, Elizabeth was always supposed to be with a Mountie.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that that's the reason why I ship Nathan. That's not. In fact, he could in this very episode, he can quit the Mounties and I'll be perfectly fine. I would still have plenty of more reasons as to why I ship Nathan with her. It won't affect my game at all. I promise.
Number one being it's Kevin McGarry. Come on.
Exactly.
Do we need another reason?
Kevin Steely Blue Eyes McGarry. That's all I gotta say. If you're watching this, Kevin, I'm really embarrassed I just said that. But no, like, I love And like, if you guys actually know Kevin, you know that he is completely the opposite of who Nathan is. He is not quiet. He is not straight to the best. He is loud. He's funny. He does not like. He's gonna goof off no matter where he is. Now, I'm not saying he can't be serious. He can be serious, but yeah. But what I love about Nathan is like, one, we saw a huge character development in him. You know, even 6 and 7, if you don't even count the how he is in season 8, he kind of grew through season 6 and 7 too. He grew with his relationship with Allie. He improved in that because of Elizabeth. I will say with Elizabeth helped him a lot with that. But I mean, you can't not have that outside help to help you grow. But anyways,
yeah.
I think what I love most about Nathan is that, you know, there's so many things. I
List them
love
all.
I love that, you know, okay, I will put this parallel in here. Both Elizabeth and Nathan had a horrible start to their job. They both got punched in the face on their first day of work. Now, technically Nathan was kind of off duty, or else he was like undercover trying to kind of get the scope of the place before he just came out full red surge.
Yeah.
Isn't a bad idea.
No, I thought that was actually really interesting. That shows what kind of a man Nathan is.
Exactly. He's intelligent. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think when Nathan, I actually love the fact that the Mounties isn't the most important thing to him.
Yeah.
Like it was with Jack. I think that was one thing that I didn't necessarily like about Jack. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of haters up in the comments fixing to like want to grab pitchforks and light stuff on fire.
You know, I actually hear it from a lot of people though.
I didn't like that aspect about, I mean, for crying out loud, he wanted to leave. He went to Fort Clay instead of going on a honeymoon with Elizabeth. He put his work before Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Literally after just getting married. And he even left right after they got engaged to go on another thing. And I feel like I don't see Nathan doing that. I really don't. I mean, you saw him through his trial. You even saw him before, like in his confession to Elizabeth. I'll quit the Mounties. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
In Jack's defense, I just thought of this. In Jack's defense, season 1, Jack was being transferred, and he told Elizabeth, basically, I don't care what it takes. I'm staying here with you. I feel like this is worth it for you. And she wouldn't let him. So in Jack's defense, there is that.
Well, I mean, Elizabeth's not letting him quit the Mounties either. She flat said no.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for
all it is, she doesn't want Nathan.
I just wanted to point that out because there's so many people that are Team Elizabeth and Team Lucas. People who are just anti Nathan. They don't want
anti-Mountie, really.
Yeah, anti-Mountie. Lucas, I mean, if you guys are really worried about that part, I don't think Nathan's gonna do. First of all, they're not gonna kill Nathan off. The only reason why they killed Jack off was because Dan left, and we have not gotten another character killed on this episode, like at least not a main character yet. Not saying that they're never gonna do that again, but that was not how they wanted things to go. So I don't think they're gonna go down that route. And I feel like there's a lot more stories to be told with Nathan that outside of the Mounties. There's a lot of people like, you know, what storylines could Nathan bring besides his whole what he brings as a Mountie? Well, first of all, like blended families aspect of it. Like there's so many people. Like look at Little House on the Prairie. Like didn't that have like 15 seasons, 28 seasons? I've heard different numbers. Perhaps
no, I think there were only 9 seasons of Little House on the Prairie.
9 seasons. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it might have
been there have been shows. Bonanza went on forever.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's family. Like everybody wants that family dynamic of being like a husband, a wife, kids. You know.
Yeah.
And there's so.
Well, I mean, you've got even this season though. You got Allie starting to reach the point where she's got a crush on Robert.
Exactly.
And Nathan's kind of going, oh boy, like I might need your help. He even asked,
he's like, I might need your help with this, you know, from Elizabeth, you know?
Yeah.
And I think another thing is like, I love that, you know, I love the fact that Nathan knows what it feels like to feel unconditional love.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that he does not have an unconditional love for Allie.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear as day that he does. I mean, he gave up a position he wanted really badly. Now, I'm not saying that Allie was like the only reason. Like, yeah, probably Elizabeth did factor in, but at the same time, she kind of didn't, because at first he was going to take it.
Right.
But then he slowly realized, like, Allie belongs here. Allie belongs here with her friends, and I belong here. I need to give, I think he also thought, he's like, I really need to give this a full shot with Elizabeth. I need to,
Mhm.
or, I love being in this town. There's probably so many reasons why he stayed, but I think Allie was the biggest one. I think he saw that Allie was tired of moving around. She wanted to plant roots, literally wanted to grab that pine cone seed and plant it in the backyard like Nathan and his sister and her mom did.
Mhm.
And Nathan wanted that for her. You could just see it all over his face and how excited he was to be able to tell her, like, I wired in. I'm not taking the position. Like, that scene melted my heart of her,
Yes.
like, getting so excited and like practically tackling him in a hug and be like, oh my God, like, I gotta go see my
Mhm.
friends. And then she's like, and Miss Thornton, he's like, wait, like, let me do that. Let me do that.
I was watching. Yeah, I was watching this scene, and I believe it is Susan on Instagram that has been posting these. Several people have, I think, but I think it's Susan.
Susan
That I'm thinking of.
Firth Hardy has a lot of live Nathan scenes, even whether they're with Bill, whether they're with Allie, like any Nathan scene you can think of, she pretty much has it on her Instagram.
Yeah, but I loved in that scene where Elizabeth's like, when were you gonna tell me?
Mm-hmm.
What about all the friends that Allie's made? What about all the
Mm-hmm.
friends that you've made?
Mm-hmm. And that little pause in her voice.
Yeah, and then her face just kind of drops and
Mm-hmm.
she walks off, almost like, okay, obviously I don't mean that much to you. And it's like, heartbreak.
I think that's also like the light bulb that went in his head, because you saw how confident he was when he said that there's nothing holding me back here. Mm-hmm. He honestly felt like there was nothing holding him back, because he didn't feel like
I think that was kind of when he thought he had a shot with her.
Yeah. But another thing I love about I love the fact that Nathan, like, I love Nathan and Bill.
Yes.
I love their dynamic, and it reminds me a lot about the dynamic that him and Jack had. Not the same, but it's pretty close.
And the Jack and Elizabeth, or sorry, not Jack and Elizabeth, Jack and Abigail had.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we just give Jack Wagner some appreciation here? He has become the father of Hope Valley.
He has. He's the father of Hope Valley.
I love Bill so much. Like, I honestly, right when Bill started coming on the scene, I'm kind of like, okay, this guy's stiff, no sense of humor, whatever. But
like, what are they fixing to do with this guy? Like, where is he gonna fit in?
Bill has absolutely stolen my heart and the hearts of everybody in Hope Valley. He is like just hands down everybody's dad.
Like, someone asked me to list like my favorite characters on the show. And I put Nathan, Allie, and Bill. I love their dynamics. Oh, and Fiona. Fiona was also one of them.
Oh, speaking of Fiona, how cool was it that Terrell, and I don't remember her last name, but that played Helen Bouchard, that when she did a guest spot on the Hardy's Hotline, they asked her, if you could play any other character in Hope Valley for a day, who would it be? She said Fiona. Which was funny to me. I'm not saying there's a connection. We're not saying,
because obviously the actor is not the character.
Yes,
the actor is not the character.
It's just funny to me because so many people want Lucas and Fiona together. So that, and then Terrell played Helen Bouchard, which is Lucas's
mother.
Yeah.
I think and it's probably because, like, yes, Elizabeth walked so Fiona could run. She proved to Hope Valley that you can be a woman and you can do anything. Elizabeth done it first. Elizabeth and Abigail together. But Elizabeth definitely pushed them a bit further, obviously leading them into the mine, telling them that we can do this for our families. That was a pivotal moment for, womanhood. But like, seeing her, like, her face when Bill told her that we'll just call for more men when we need y'all, I was like, oh, Fiona is not listening to Bill.
And then when she comes up, does it have to be a man? And pushes up
she was rolling her sleeves up. She was like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Fun fact, if you guys did not know, the the actress that plays Fiona is actually in real life dating Kevin, and I think they are the most adorable things together.
They are.
I
They are
love it
so
every time they
cute.
post together.
They are so cute.
I'm hoping for a duet really soon because she has
Yeah, that would be cool.
a gorgeous voice.
Yes.
And Kevin, of course, if you don't know, Kevin McGarry also sings. He's also
Mhm.
wonderful at singing.
Yes.
But back to why I'm Team Nathan. There's so many reasons. I could go on and on, but his dynamic with Allie, being able to see that fatherly side of him, and then of course getting to see that buddy cop side of him with Bill. You know, I feel like the other characters are bringing out those parts of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That are really needed because uh, Nathan was really quiet in the beginning, a lot
Yeah.
like Lucas.
Have we really had much of a character arc with Lucas?
Other than the whole robbery scandal and like all that, secrecy and him like getting that box out of the from the fish,
Yeah.
and that whole thing, no, I don't think so. And then of course not knowing who his mother is and him talking so much about his mother and his parents, not knowing like who his parents are, like never seeing them on screen.
Yeah, Lucas has never really changed a whole lot to me. I mean,
he's lost his mysteriousness. He's lost that. He's no longer really that mysterious.
It's more like he's just mellowed. I don't really remember us having that many dramatic storylines with Lucas, like that are more about him.
I think he hit his peak when the robbery stuff happened.
Yeah.
I think he hit his peak when the robbery stuff happened. Which is sad. I'm ready for all that to come back because Chris nailed all of that. Chris McNally, who plays Lucas, he's an incredible actor. I love watching his stuff. I love watching him on screen and him doing this because it's so funny because Kevin and Chris could seriously just switch roles in a way. Like Lucas really isn't that funny. Like he's not goofy or funny, but I feel like he's a lot more vocal than Chris actually is. But then again, I don't know.
See them switching roles because I can't really see Chris. Chris has more of the put together persona.
Well, I mean, not outside of like style and stuff, but like I mean, like
just
personality.
Like even just in the way he carries himself and stuff. I just don't really see him. He just doesn't really, to me, fit the rugged mounting look.
Yeah, which is funny because he actually auditioned for both.
He did. He really
auditioned for both Lucas and Nathan.
Yeah.
And he really actually wanted.
But then again, Lucas. I can't really imagine Kevin McGarry in
a suit.
Yeah,
I've never seen him. I think the only time I think he's only been in a suit. Yeah, I think he's only been in a suit in one role, and he played a period piece. I can't remember what the movie was, but he was like in an old timey suit. Yeah. I think it was even older than it was an older period than even When Calls the Heart is.
Well, I mean, like Kevin has the chiseled features and stuff that just kind of give him a little more of the rugged look, I guess.
I know we're gonna get a short vacation from Nathan because I think he's I think whenever we get the blanket scene, he's obviously back in his red surge.
Mm-hmm.
So he's obviously on vacation in this coming up episode, which is tonight. It's episode 6. So I feel like in episode 7, I think is when we get the blanket scene.
Yeah.
And he's back in his suit. I would have liked to have gotten a little stubble out of Kevin for Nathan. Because they're not supposed to shave, but he was on vacation, so. And he said weeks. He was gonna be on vacation for a couple of weeks. So it kind of shows you how fast time travels in Hope Valley for each episode. Yeah. Even though it feels like
I mean, the was it the Christmas episode or the sleepover episode where he did have a little bit of a scruff?
I think it was the sleepover because I just watched that scene on Susan's when Elizabeth puts the icing on his nose.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought that was so cute. That
is so cute though that is Aaron.
That is Aaron.
Aaron and not a script.
I feel like Kevin's face.
Mm-hmm.
He was debating on whether or not to go full out with Kevin or like keep it at just that because you could see he went.
Yeah,
he gave that look.
But, I mean, he almost looked at her like he maybe had another line or something. Like he looked like he was about to say something, and then
that's what I'm saying. He was gonna say something. He was going to say something to Aaron.
And looks at her, and it's like he's decided whether or not he's about to say something or if he's just gonna let it go, and then everybody starts.
Exactly.
So that was a perfect moment.
That was a perfect moment. I love that moment. And like, if you go back on it, one of the blonde actress,
Fate that plays Fate, or
who I think her name is Anna.
Cadence.
Yes,
Brooks, I think.
Cadence. Yeah, Cadence. If you watch her, her mouth opens before his. Yeah, because she saw it coming. I think I saw her mouth open before his nose gets swiped, but it's still cute. It's still cute.
It is.
And then, of course, Jada, who plays Allie's got frosting all over her face, which is so cute. And Nathan getting all mad, like, Allie, like,
yeah. I think we should all have icing on our faces. Yeah. In other words, lighten up. Or when they come to the door, is Allie here? Is Allie here? Allie who?
He's like, Allie? I don't know an Allie. He's like, Uncle Nathan.
Uncle Nathan.
And he's like, oh, Allie. There you go. Yeah. She's right in here.
You can't blame a man for trying, okay? You cannot blame a guy for trying.
Perfect dad jokes. Perfect dad jokes.
Yes.
And then, of course, his first ever dad joke being about how the hope of these fish aren't as fishy as your story. And she's like, Uncle Nathan. He's like, what? That was a good one.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's like,
yeah.
We need to work on your jokes. Like, we need to work on them.
Oh my word!
I can go on and on.
I would have to say why I'm Team Nathan over Lucas.
Yeah, because I don't know how long we've been recording for. So
yeah, I don't either. Guys, again, we need to like set up a timer or something so we can keep an eye on ourselves. But to me, like, Lucas and Elizabeth have a fire. They have a spark. They have a chemistry. I will say that straight up. I will say that I think Lucas is an incredible guy. I love Lucas. I love Chris McNally. I love Lucas. But I just do not see him and Elizabeth really connecting where I feel like it matters. I mean, literally, you look at the dates that they've been on, and the bridge, beautiful romantic scene, and Lucas is talking about Nathan.
Yeah, Lucas is the one that brings. And can I just make this one note? Casey and Cammie thought that it was actually really sweet that he said that he didn't want to come to the graduation because he didn't want to hurt Nathan and Allie's feelings. Since when?
I have heard varying opinions on that. Yes,
I'm gonna go ahead and put mine in. I don't care. You know me. I don't care. Since
unfiltered, guys. Unfiltered.
Since when has Lucas ever cared about hurting Nathan's feelings? He literally has pulled. I've noticed 2 times where he has pushed Nathan under the bus in order to get ahead with Elizabeth. He was even questioning him. And if you go back and watch the inquiry episode, that first scene that Lucas and Elizabeth have in the library, going out to the horse, he literally starts questioning whether or not Nathan really is innocent. He's like, well, maybe not so much or whatever. You could literally see Elizabeth's face like flattened because she's like, really, you're judging him right now?
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me that you're not going to that graduation because of Nathan and Elizabeth. I mean, Nathan and Allie. We have yet to see Lucas support Elizabeth's role as a teacher.
Yeah.
Whereas Nathan has literally been to the school like 50 times. And
granted, he has a kid in the school.
Yes, but like a lot of the times, Allie's nowhere near.
That's true.
The scene.
I love when he brings her the apple. Okay,
I love that. Cute. I love that.
But she's like bribing a public official, and he's like, "Well, if you eat the evidence, somebody will know." You know, I mean, that's like just the cutest.
Exactly. That's so cute. See,
they're
like
adorable.
if we can, even the little scenes, we can remember them. I don't know. That rubbed me the wrong way when I watched it live. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it rubbed me the wrong way. I just didn't entirely believe that the reason why he wasn't going to was because of Nathan.
Yeah.
I don't think he completely supports Elizabeth as a teacher. I think that, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't support her at all. I'm just saying, like, if Lucas had a chance to tell Elizabeth which role she should choose, he's going to tell her to be a writer, to ditch the teaching gig, focus on your writing, you know.
Well, and like that, that again for me goes back to my second point of on their dinner date. Literally, all you see them talk about. Obviously, there would have been more conversation than this, but all we hear of their conversation is that she can't remember the last time she was this relaxed with no papers to grade. So she's talking about school. That fingers crossed she would be sending the finished manuscript to his mother soon. So they're talking about books. So I mean, literally all they talked about was Nathan, school, and books. Lucas didn't ask how little Jack was.
Nope, which is the whole reason why they were in the backyard anyways.
Yeah, well, and that goes back to the fact of Lucas has been to Elizabeth's house several times, but we have yet to see him set foot inside her house, whereas Nathan has been in her house twice. Elizabeth has been in Nathan's house twice. I love the fingers. Morgan, I love the fingers.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, but
No,
I mean,
there is an actual Instagram post. I will find it later and I will literally put it in the description below. This woman, I don't know who she is, but she is a dedicated artist. She literally went back and counted how many times we had, like every place that we've seen Nathan and Elizabeth together, how many times they've been into each other's house, how many times Elizabeth has went to the mountain station, how many times Nathan has went to the school or the library. You know, so many things. And then you look at and how many times, like, and pretty much sets it up like how much of these boys, how much of it is actually the boys persuading her and how much of it is Elizabeth persuading one of them. And let's just say Elizabeth pursues Nathan way more than Elizabeth pursues Lucas.
Yeah.
Way off the chart. Just going ahead and putting that. It's going to be in the description below if I find it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to semi-sorta, guys, again, we keep saying raw and unedited.
You guys are going to get sick and tired of us here saying that.
So, well, we probably won't say it as much, but Morgan, I need you to check your phone.
Okay. Kerri, do not do this to me. Please do not do this. I'm literally gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry.
Okay, since y'all don't know what's going on, Kevin McGarry just a day or two ago joined Cameo. And I had actually, what's so funny about it is I had actually been teasing Morgan about this a couple of lives ago, and somebody looked it up and they were like, he is not on Cameo. So when he went on Cameo, I said, I've got to do this. Oh God. So Morgan,
I'm scared, honestly. I don't want to open it.
Oh my word. So Morgan and Kevin McGarry.
Or should I say at Team Nathan Grant on Instagram? I know who you are. I'm aware of your hashtag. And I hear you're also starting a podcast to talk about all things When Calls the Heart. Leaning more towards a Team Nathan. I'm guessing that based on your name. I don't know. I would have a lot of things to say. I mean, who knows? Maybe you reach out to my people. If you can find them, you can just do a clickety-click online, and maybe I can give you a few sound bites or something. We'll see. Or I can answer some questions if you get out there. Yeah, go out and ask some questions. Maybe I can answer them on the podcast. That'd be great. I was told that you might need some dad jokes for the podcast, because that's all I've got. I'll give you two. This is the first one. I have to stop walking my dog in the park. The ducks, they keep biting him. I mean, I guess I should know better. He is purebred. You get it?
That face.
You get it because dog.
I'm really crying.
It was made of purebred. The dog. Okay, good. Okay, the second one. All right. I was so embarrassed the other day. My wife caught me playing with my son's train set. I was so scared. I threw a sheet over it. But I think I covered my tracks. Get it?
Oh
Covered
my
tracks.
God.
Yeah. Like the same, but also at the same time covering the train tracks. Jokes are way better when you have to explain them. I don't care what anybody says. People would like an explanation at the end of these jokes. Congratulations on starting a Nathan. I'm just taking this over. I imagine it's congratulations on starting a podcast. Tag me. Maybe we can work something out where I can answer some questions or do some sound bites for you or something. Can't wait to see it. Thank you for the support. I hope these dad jokes made you. They're not gonna make you laugh, but maybe you side with like, what a loser. I don't know. You can do what you want with those. Okay.
I'm crying. Your dad jokes made me cry. In case you watch this. Oh my God. Oh, did you seriously do that?
I seriously did that.
Oh my
Guys, I was so concerned. Like that video came through. Like I got the video not long before you called me the first time today, Morgan. And I'm like, how am I going to keep a straight face? Like, I have never had a poker face in my
now
life.
he's gonna see this and he's gonna see me like crying over the fact that I just get a simple video from him. Now he's not gonna want to come on here because he's gonna think I'm an absolute nuts. He's gonna think I'm a lunatic.
Oh my word. Oh my.
I'm literally crying. I know you can't see the tears coming down my face, but they're there. I promise.
No, I was like, okay, I have to do this to her on camera because I have to see her reaction to this. I can't just send it to her. So I pulled something off to surprise somebody with something. That never happens. Guys, that never happens. I could never do that. So I'm a little proud of myself right now. I just got to say, I'm a little proud of myself. I pulled that off. So thank you, Kevin. If you're watching this, thank you for that video because, yeah, that was
crying,
awesome.
Kevin. I'm so sorry. I love you so much.
We would absolutely love to have you on the podcast at some point.
Oh my God, I would need
we'll
a
have to figure out who we're supposed to. Instead of get in touch with your people, we'll have to figure out who we're supposed to get in touch with, and get you on here. So when Morgan is able to pull herself together again, we'll wrap this up.
Okay, that was not planned. I did not see that coming because if you guys know anything about Cameo, like you have to pay $50 for this kind of a video because I was not expecting that. Like we've only known each other less than a month, and you just pay $50 for me to get a video from Kevin McGarry.
I freaked out last night when you sent me that, and I'm like, oh no, did she just get one? And like I was like, oh no, So and then you were like, no, I can't afford it, and I'm like, okay, good. In my mind, that's not what I said via text, but in my mind, I was going, okay, good, that works. Perfect.
Like, yeah, I'm broke. I can't afford it. That's why I need this podcast. No, I'm just joking. I don't think would we even get paid for this?
No, not on this platform.
Yeah,
I mean, if anybody wants to pay us for it, I mean, but guys, that was total sarcasm.
I'm shaking, you guys. I know you can't see me. Like I don't know, my video quality is not very good, but I'm shaking.
Oh my
like
word.
I look at it, it says Kerri sends you a video, and I was like, why is she making me watch a video on camera? And so I click on it, and then I click onto the message, and all I see is this, and you can clearly see it's Kevin, and you see the words Cameo. As you can see, I lost it. I didn't even watch the video yet, and I lost it. I was like, no, she freaking didn't. And she's gonna do it. Okay, now that I've kind of put myself together, to Kevin, thank you so very much. You obviously could see that you just made my month, my day, my month, my year, several years even ahead of the time. I'm probably gonna watch this video like literally every day. That's really creepy. Never mind. I keep telling myself I gotta stop being creepy. I'm really sorry. Now he's never going to go on the podcast, Kerri. You made a mistake. He's never going to come back on here. He's never going to come on here, not come back on here. Oh my God. I got to take this off.
Morgan, if Kevin ever meets you, he is probably just gonna hug you because you are so adorable.
Like, I'm not, thank you, Kerri. I can't even thank you enough for doing that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like,
Well,
there's
it
not
was
enough
my
thank
pleasure.
yous. There's not enough thank yous to pay you back $50.
Oh my word.
Oh my
So
God.
guys, if you have, or if you are trying to find the perfect gift for that hardy friend of yours, go on Cameo
Yeah, Kevin.
and look up Kevin McGarry.
If you guys got to hear any of that,
Wicked.
I will
at
post
least
it
on my
on-
headphones.
okay. I will post it on my Instagram. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. And
You can link it in the show notes.
I'll link it too in the description of my. We're gonna link our Instagrams accounts on our descriptions too. But I can't even talk right now. Anyways, oh my God.
When we describe this, we're gonna have to say with a surprise virtual guest. You have to listen to us ramble
Oh my God.
for half an hour to get to the surprise guest.
Okay.
Morgan, do I need to close this out?
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna pull it together. Okay. That is another reason why I love Team Nathan, is because like you could see him, you know, kind of pulled into, like, those were pretty good dad jokes. Like I can hear Nathan doing those dad jokes, especially the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, you might want to start. What are we talking about now? What do you want to talk about now?
Oh my word, guys. Okay. Yeah, but we are planning to continue our Instagram lives, y'all, but we are looking forward to doing these podcast episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
I
actually the
believe our-
plan. Yeah, that's the plan, to make it, of course, like a lot like our Instagram lives. We just want it to be real. We don't
Yeah.
want to be scripted. We don't want to be like, not saying that other
As you can
podcasts
tell, this is not scripted.
not scripted at all. I was definitely not planning to cry today. And definitely not planning. I was not planning on hearing Kevin McGarry talk to me and know who I am. Okay. So we just wanted to be real with you guys. You know, not no offense to anyone who does have a scripted podcast or know what they're doing. Like,
Oh no.
props to you guys, because obviously you guys probably doing a lot better job than we are.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to this is not a scripted podcast, but to Hardy's Hotline, Casey and Cami as well, but especially Casey. Girl, thank you so much. She went on and like Boxer and spent like an hour straight just answering questions for us on how to start a podcast and offering suggestions and whatever.
She even sent me a link to a great video editor, even if I didn't, whether we wanted to video edit or not. And like, she went above and beyond, like anything for like, I was not.
And they have a great podcast.
I wasn't expecting that, because like, to us, and I guess to a lot of parties who've spent a lot of time watching their podcast, they've interviewed, I think, Kevin, and I think they've interviewed a lot of other people. Like they've interviewed Pascal. They've interviewed a lot of the people that are on When Calls the Heart. They're practically famous to the Hardys.
Yeah.
I'm finally serious and not crying. You want to interrupt me? Okay.
We have another special guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Take it up. Okay.
Oh, word.
He's just wanting attention. He doesn't like it when I give other people my attention. But yeah, we just wanted to be real with you guys. We want to show you guys, like, I know me, like sometimes I watch podcasts and I'm like, sometimes you could tell when someone's kind of scripted and like they know exactly what they want to talk about. They probably rehearsed before putting on there. And I've always wanted something a lot more real. And I had to say Hardy's Hotline is real.
Oh yeah.
They don't script.
Yes.
Just go ahead and put that out there. They don't script. They're probably a lot more organized than we are. But it's not my fault that Kerri surprised me with the video of Kerri McGarry talking to me. So that's the reason why it's not put together. But so shout out to them because like honestly, like they gave us the idea of using Zoom. They gave us the idea of like putting it on YouTube, not really having to go the full route of podcasts, like actually putting it on the podcast apps because those cost money and we're broke. Well, Kerri's not. She might be broke now, but she's not broken. She wasn't broke.
I'll admit to that. Yes.
Oh my God! Now I gotta buy her a video. I'm gonna buy. It's always there.
If anybody wants to have Kevin McGarry send me a video, I'm not gonna argue with you. Okay, I'm just saying if anybody wants to do that, I'm not gonna argue.
Exactly.
And then send it to Morgan so she can surprise me on a podcast.
Yeah, and I'll take credit for it too. No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I'm not heartless, people. Especially $50. Yeah, I'm gonna give you credit. Trust me. How long have we been doing this? I don't even know how long we've been doing this.
I have no idea.
This shows you guys that we are not professionals at all. We don't even know how long we've been doing this for. Okay. And I feel like you guys haven't really learned that much about us.
No, I mean,
but you haven't.
Yeah. One thing that we both sing. That is actually a thing that both of us love to sing.
We both love singing. We're both church-going girls, Christian-loving girls.
I write, and actually too, I might give you the link to my books, which are actually When Calls the Heart inspired.
And they're beautiful, guys. The story, like the way this girl tells a story is so beautiful. Like the words, like it's eloquent, it's romantic, it's a little dramatic, and you know, you get a little bit of action in there, you know, for having a Mountie on there. She pulls it all together really beautifully. Like,
thank you.
I'm telling you, if you can check on that link, buy those books, read them. If you're a book lover, you're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. I know I'm not a wide book reader, but if I find something and I like it, I could read that book. I'll finish the book in one day. I could finish the trilogy or whatever in one day.
I will say there's only 2 books out right now, and I have not started. I'm my biggest hurdle. Okay, like I seriously am my biggest hurdle. But I have not yet started book 3, but I do know the title for book 3. I do know what it's going to be about, and but
you have all the important details. You just haven't actually gotten written.
Yes,
actually writing things out.
I've gotten research done. I have made sure that I've got all my little ducks in a row for doing it. I just haven't actually sat down and written it yet, which I need to do. But yeah, the first book is called Love in the Rain. Second book is called Love Grows. Both of those are available on Amazon, and again, we'll link this below. The third book is going to be called Love and War.
I'll put them in.
Yeah, the third book.
Or actually, you'll be the one putting this on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
I'm not tech savvy when it comes to YouTube, so.
The only reason I know how to upload to YouTube is because I upload some of my singing videos. So
and she's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you again.
And I'm not saying this because she paid $50 for Kevin McGarry so I promise I'm not. This is authentic, real.
I actually like when I guess this is when we found out that Daniel Lissing was leaving the show. But yeah, it was because Aaron had at one point sung Danny Boy on the show.
Yeah. I think that's when he first left. That's whenever Jack left. She hadn't found out he died yet, I don't think.
Yeah, the night that we found out that Dan was leaving the show, I recorded myself singing and posted on Twitter, which I do not use anymore, by the way. But at the time I did. of me singing Danny Boy and posted it on that. And I remember, I believe it was Ava
Who
commenting
plays
that it
Opal?
was pretty. Yes.
Sweet little
Yes.
Opal.
Yes. So, but yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. As always. And guys, like, we've literally known each other less than a month. This is why I'm freaking out right now. Like, first we do our I don't even go into our open, like, I just go into this account, intentionally wanting to make friends and like talk, like obsess over When Calls Heart together. I can obsess a little bit with my mom, but you know, she has more important things to do, like go to her work. Since I'm in between jobs, thanks to
You
COVID.
mean there are other things in life?
Yeah. I know.
Word.
But what I'm saying
Might as
is like,
well.
you know, we started talking, you know, because of our mutual opinions on as Team Nathan and everything like that. You obviously join up with your teams and everything like that, not excluding anyone on opposite teams, but you know, it's just an automatic. And next thing you know, I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? I think a live would be really cool, you know, get to do that live interaction and everything like that. Like, I was planning on kind of bringing more people on, but like, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to do one person at a time. And then I saw her post and the way that she was making edits and how beautiful they were and how, you know, our conversations were running so smoothly. I was like, you know, I don't want it to be awkward. So I feel like this girl, me and her could have a really fun time. It would be comfortable. It wouldn't be awkward. No awkward
That
silence.
is the understatement of the year.
Yeah, let's just say there was no awkward silence whatsoever.
Is there even such a thing as silence? Like, somebody was
Not with
teasing
us.
us.
Not with us.
Somebody was
That does not
somebody-
exist.
Somebody was teasing us, talking about bringing Kevin McGarry on here. Somebody was teasing us on one of our Instagram lives and was like, if you did bring Kevin McGarry on, would he even be able to get a word in edgewise between you two? And we're like,
He would me because I would literally be staring at him like,
yeah, we've already
like,
decided
is this happening right now?
Yeah,
Like,
we've already
I'm
decided that if Kevin gets on the show, we're putting that Morgan is going to put like a cardboard cutout of herself right there and just cut the eyes out. So
Now that we say that out loud, it sounds even more creepy than what it was in my.
guys, if you love When Calls the Heart and you love people just being
Creepy.
goofy, you're gonna love our podcast. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Seriously, we have had this is our first ever podcast.
Yeah, this is the first time ever doing it. Like I said, we were just on live on Instagram. I was like, you know what, this has been a lot of fun. Everybody's loving it, obviously. So like, you know, let's do this. Let's do.
But we've
podcast.
already got so much support for it. The Hardys are so supportive.
Oh yeah, like,
and I love it. Thank y'all so much. We tested
the water. Yeah, we tested the waters and we're like, wow, people like what we're doing. They like what we had to say.
I mean, we even did a poll. Like both of us did polls on our
I think only had like 2 people tell me no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I had like
that was
I think
kind
I
of mean.
had one. I had one, but she was actually like not even. She was from a totally different country. I'm like, I don't even remember seeing you on our live. So why are you?
Now
why are
I will
you
say
saying
this. Exactly, it's people that don't even watch our lives, and they're like,
they have no clue what they're missing out on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Guys, I hope y'all know, like, seriously, some of our humor may come across as a little overboard. I promise you we're
immature.
I promise you we're just
inside
joking.
my head. I'm sure whenever I get off of this and I realize
Morgan, keep it PG. Sorry. Morgan, keep it PG. And guys, we are absolutely planning to bring other guest hosts on our podcast with us.
We already
Hopefully Kevin McGarry, we'll get him on here at some point. We might let him be a little further down the road where we actually get a little more of this under our belt.
Hey, maybe he could be our finale guest.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
You said I could call your people, Kevin.
What's the song? I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
I love it. I want some more
of it. Yeah.
I tried so hard.
Okay.
So much for keeping it
Guys,
PG.
thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for putting
Thank
up with
y'all
this,
so much
this whole
for
time.
watching.
We love y'all.
If you watched
Seriously.
this whole video, you were the real MVP because I know that this was probably really hard to watch through. Especially with me crying and yeah. Sorry about
I don't know.
that.
I found ourselves pretty entertaining.
I do too, but like I said, like we're our best critics, but at the same time our worst critics. So I don't know. I don't really trust myself.
Yeah.
If
Maybe
you
our
like
key
this,
is to
give it a
not go
thumbs
back
up.
and rewatch her. Yeah.
If you like this, put a thumbs up, comment,
Absolutely.
subscribe, obviously, so we can
Yeah.
keep pestering
Share it
you
with
with
your
our
friends.
bad jokes and
Yeah.
humor.
I think we're gonna give Kevin a run for his money with the bad jokes.
I don't know. Those dad jokes are pretty bad. I mean, sorry, Kevin. I love you though. And hey, that's what bad jokes are all about, right? They got to be bad.
That might be why they're called dad jokes and not bad jokes.
I mean, he also said on there, if you couldn't hear him, he said that he's like, if a joke has to be explained, then it's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I love you guys. I don't know who you guys are. I don't know your names, but I love you guys. And I thank you guys so
Mwah.
much for sticking with us, watching through this video.
Absolutely.
I mean, the rabbit holes we went down, the crying, bad dad jokes. I mean, this video was chock full of just nonsense. But hey, what better way to introduce who we are than to just show you who we are? Yeah. But we
Y'all-
do hope
y'all
you guys
got
liked it. We do hope
Yes.
you guys like this video. We're not going to edit it. I'm going to just, I'm going to leave it how it is. I think that this is the best repetition. See, you done made me not be able to talk. This is the best representation. Yeah, that's it.
Very good.
Representation of who we are.
Yes, absolutely.
But
But yes,
yeah.
guys, thank y'all so much. If y'all have any suggestions or
Go ahead
requests
and put
or
your
whatever,
if you
comment, direct messages on Instagram,
yeah,
do all
we're
the
gonna
stuff. Just do all the
again,
stuff. Turn on the notifications, subscribe, thumbs up, comment, share.
do all the things.
Yeah.
We're gonna put our podcast Instagram and Twitter down here. We're gonna put our separate fan accounts down here. We hope you guys join us on our live tonight after the well, not tonight because you won't be seeing this on Sunday night. You'll be seeing it Monday night. But you know
Join
what?
us on our Instagram lives on Sunday nights after
We
the
call ours.
episodes. How about yes? There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
See, like I said,
That
we're
works.
amateurs. Don't judge us.
Guys, we're gonna learn as we go. Okay, this is gonna be a
Yes,
learn.
see, we'll be doing this together.
Yes. And Hope
Learn
Valley is
together.
all about togetherness.
Exactly. And forgiveness.
Yes.
So forgive us
So
for
forgive
being...
us.
All right. But we love you guys. Thank you guys for coming on this disaster train. But we hope you guys get a good day or night
Yes.
whenever you're watching this. If you deep dive down that, YouTube rabbit hole. Hi. So yeah, and bye.
Thank you guys. Bye, Hardy.
Bye guys.